Hello, Chris Forrester. How you doing, baby? Welcome in. If you're choosing to stay, that is. How's your day going? I hope it's going quite well. I hope you are doing well yourself. And let's get into this podcast. This is Living in Faith Everyday Counseling Make It Clear podcast series, Living Intentionally. How bad do you want it? And in this podcast, my name is Bria, and I'm your Black therapist. And I appreciate you so much for tapping in with me and taking the time out to come in with me so that we can talk about some things that needs to be talked about when it comes to what we're trying to achieve in life and how we're trying to do the things that's necessary to help us to be in a better place in our life. I did send the live out already. I'm just waiting on some individuals to come in. And if they don't, I'm still going to come and treat the room like there's 500 people in here because in my eyes, that is what it is. I'm not waiting till tomorrow for what I can do today because tomorrow is too early and yesterday is too late. So let's make sure that we're operating in today and in right now because that is what's most important. Thank you so much, Inspire with Faith, for being in the room with me. I appreciate you. I will also acknowledge people that come in the room often just so I can make it known that these are individuals that you want to grab because they are worth grabbing. Do you know what I mean? If you don't, you will by the end of the day or by the end of this live, okay? So for the program, when it comes to the curriculum of living intentionally, this curriculum teaches participants how to live with clarity, courage, and consistency, okay? Through evidence-based mental health concepts such as cognitive behavioral therapy, dialectical behavioral therapy, and acceptance and commitment therapy. Black cultural resilience frameworks and faith-based grounding is also involved in this. Participants learn how to move from survival mode to intentional living. We got to get out of the survival mode and start really tapping into living intentionally because there is a difference between you trying to live in survival mode versus you living intentionally. When you're living intentionally, you're more purposeful in everything that you're doing. When you're in survival mode, it's like it's going any and everywhere, and it's important that we get out of those habits and out of those ways by transitioning from that kind of lifestyle and into a better one that's going to be more suitable, more structured, more open and designated for that vision that we are coming to an understanding about, right? Whatever vision you're setting for yourself. So that's the first thing, you know what your vision is. All right. What is your vision? How do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself? And then going over the action steps of how you're going to plan on getting to where you're trying to go, because it's important for you to have a clear understanding of that. Okay, because there will be things that will distract you. There will be things that will come your way to deter you away from what you're trying to do. And even in moments when you do need to take a detour because of maybe some unexpected things happen in life, you are still going to get back on track because now you're willing to just figure out another route. More than one pathway can get you to where you're trying to go, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. More than one pathway can get you to where you're trying to go. Please excuse me. All right. Let me make sure I lean this back a little bit. I was just trying to stand it up. But more than one pathway can get you to where you're trying to go. So I appreciate y'all so much for liking the live, sharing it out. Y'all know the name of the game is getting it up to 10K so I can show up on the FYP. I don't know if any of you have looked on the FYP. Am I already showing up or it hasn't not gotten me there yet? Let me know that. I would greatly appreciate it. And I thank you in advance. Hello, love. Welcome in. KB, welcome in. Chef Davis, welcome in. Inspire with Faith, welcome in. I thank every single person that is in here with me right now because the name of the game is making sure that we are clear on what we want to do. We are clear on what we want to do. We are clear on who we want to surround ourselves with. We are clear on our own mindset and how we choose to be when it comes to our upcoming, our elevation. How are we choosing to show up? At the end of the day, I personally have come up with my boundaries for friendships and relationships, and I'm making sure that I'm holding myself accountable this time around because it's important that you do that. At the end of the day, things happen because of the lack thereof. There was a lack of boundaries. There was a lack of understanding. There was a lack of intentional conversations and communications that needed to happen. So I don't want to operate in that and call myself trying to become successful and call myself trying to do things and elevate. How can I be ready for my elevation if I never take the time out to plan for my elevation by knowing what I need to do and how I need to do it? So when I get to where I'm trying to go, I'm not trying to figure that thing out. I know. I'm in awareness. I'm in alignment. Name of the word of the day is alignment. Are you in alignment for your blessings? Are you in the right position for your blessings? Are you in the right positions for the things that you need to do? That's the question that you have to ask yourself. Am I in the right position? We can get upset all day long and say, oh my God. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you for letting me know that, KB. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That don't mean that we don't want to get up to 10K though. Okay, so I'm going to still say let's get up to 10K, all right? I appreciate you. And me personally, this is just me. And I'm not telling nobody else what to do, okay? But I want to let y'all know that in the season of progression, there will be people that will come. There will be people that will go. And there will be people that will stick around through it all. So there's a level of discernment that has to take place with you understanding what category those individuals are in and being okay with it. Of course, we want to take everybody, but some people are there for a season and not for a lifetime. And that's okay. I never expected my journey to be filled with 10,000s of people and 500 friends. And I never had that expectation because to me, it's unrealistic. I've only desired and wanted people that have a level of integrity about themselves, people that have a level of respect for themselves, people that have a level of understanding to be able to operate together and knowing that we don't have to agree on everything. We can agree to disagree, but we can always keep the loyalty within what we would call a friendship or a relationship. So how bad do you want the things that you want in life? When you tell your vision to somebody, what is their response? Right? And then what is their actions? And is that in alignment with what they say? Or is there some discrepancies there? Because a lot of times we won't pay attention and we'll just go with, but they said this, but they showed you this. I don't want to be, but they said, I don't want to be a, but they said this person. I want to be a, but they showed me person. Because one thing a person cannot do is pretend for an extended amount of time. Eventually, it's going to come out and it's going to show. This ain't geared towards anybody. Let me make that disclaimer because you know here on this app, a lot of people think, oh, they talking about me. Oh, I'm not talking about nobody but Bree. Yeah. Okay. That's the only person I'm talking about when it comes to me and how I need to move. I got to get out of my own way. It ain't nobody else. I'm standing in my own way because I'm the one that's inserting myself and doing things that I shouldn't do and giving myself in ways that I shouldn't. That's a me thing. It's a me thing. And one thing about elevation, you got to see yourself and you got to know yourself while you go through your process of your elevation. Because guess what? You cannot walk in those rooms and do those same things the way that you used to do them. You have to outgrow it. You got to outgrow it. You got to grow up. You have to mature. You understand me? You really, really do. It's not an option. It's a requirement. How do you think people are so successful in the world? Huh? You think they entertaining certain things? They ain't got time to entertain certain things. They don't have the time. They're busy, booked, scheduled. You understand me? I'm trying to be busy, booked, scheduled. So if that means that people don't want to be there, if that means that people can't love me because of me trying to better myself, so then I can truly be a help because that's how I genuinely am, then that's okay. It's okay. Yeah, y'all gonna cry your tears. We all do. Oh, you can't hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me now. Because I was trying to use my mic. Okay, perfect. So what I'm saying is that regardless to what, you have to make some decisions in your life. And a lot of those decisions have to do with yourself. Am I tolerating or am I choosing to be honest and truthful and transparent? Because where does toleration get you in the first place? Only if it's worth the toleration should it be implemented, right? But I'm gonna keep going though. So each module within this program, it includes learning objectives, core concepts, activities, prompts, affirmations, and also homework and reflection. So I know some of you haven't started with me from the beginning, and that's okay. I don't mind going back just to go over some modules that already happened. And because of the holidays, I was not on. I'm not gonna lie, so I do apologize to you. Bad girl is what I was. But I'm here right now, and I'm going to make sure that I'm being consistent every Sunday at 5 p.m. because I owe me more than I owe anybody else. Nobody owes me nothing in this world. I owe me more than anybody else. When I think along the lines of the sacrifices that I made, the way that I gave, the way that I put me on the back burner, I owe me. I owe me every single thing that I did for another person, how I showed up for another person without a guarantee that they will ever do the same thing for me. I owe that to me. What up, chat? What up, chat? This is CMU Speed Run. So let me go ahead and go into module 1. Module 1 was the decision. How bad do you want it? That was the establishing of desire, commitment, and vision is what that module was about. We were identifying personal desires and defining what intentional living means. We recognized internal and external barriers and how to make a commitment to self-guided change. It's one thing to say that you want to change, but it's another thing to actively put yourself in the way for your change to take place. Okay? The core concepts were the why. Purpose precedes discipline. Your purpose will precede your discipline, okay? Why are you choosing to do what you are doing? That is going to be your go-to when you feel like you don't want to do it at all. Because you're going to have that self-doubt. Self-doubt is a key component in progression because of the fact that you have to be clear on the fact, because we're making it clear, you have to be clear on the fact that this is what you want. So self-doubt will come in to test you on what you say you're trying to achieve, to see who will detour you away from where you're trying to go. The vision is there, but it's up to you to implement the actions to reach the vision, right? So it was desire. One of the other core concepts was desire versus intention versus action gap. Faith without works is dead. Okay. A psychological framework for consistency. You have to operate in it. It's more than just something that you say. It becomes something that you live. You hear what I'm telling you? It becomes something that you live because I am no longer walking by the things that I see, because a lot of the things that you see that surrounds you may be reasons as to why you shouldn't do what you need to do. Because I got to take care of the kids. I ain't got that much money. If you always looking at everything around you, you will always forever have reasons as to why you shouldn't do what you need to do. Which is why it's so important for you to take the time out and actually recognize the reasons why you should do what you need to do. These are the reasons why I need to. These are the reasons why I'm going to. These are the reasons why I am. Those are your whys. And getting out of the mindset that you're going to start when you need to do it. I'm already doing it. I am already an inspirational speaker. I don't care if there's one person in the room. I don't care if there's 0 people in my room right now. I am an inspirational speaker right now, yesterday, and the day before that. Make it clear. Don't only operate in what you say you want to be only when you feel like a certain time or day presents itself. No, if you're going to operate in that all the time. I'm always pouring into individuals, whether it's a child or an adult or a young adult. I'm always pouring into people. Do you understand me? So I'm always inspiring on a daily basis. And it's even inspiration with my own self too, because I have to inspire me too. I can't give something to somebody else that I'm not willing to give to myself. There was reasons why trust me, there was reasons as to why I should not come on this live today. There's always a reason as to why you should not. There's always reasons as to why you feel like you can't. But I don't want to put my focus on that. I want to put my focus and get addicted to the behaviors that shows me and tells me that I can. Because I can. If I can very well be the person that lives the I can very well be the person that lives the I can. And that's me keeping it real. Because I got to make it clear. Make it clear to you. The world will tell you a lie quicker than it'll tell you the truth. And that's factual. Let me say that for the ones in the back. The world will tell you a lie quicker than it will tell you the truth. Look how many people lying to each other. You understand me? Grown. Or at least they say they're grown. Grown and still lying. Lying about lifestyles. Lying about their mindset. I don't ever want to get on here and say that I'm a perfect person, because I'm not. I'm going to tell you the truth, baby. I'm working on me just like you working on you. Hello. I mess up too, just like you. I don't get it right, just like you. I be too nice, just like you. I give people the benefit out, just like you. How dare I sit on this live and act like I don't do wrong and I don't mess up, just like you. What? I got to do this for me. Do you understand me? I got to be better for me. It ain't for nobody else. It's for me, because I see the error of my ways. I see the error of the things that I think. I see the error of the things that I do. I don't want to go through life not having learned a damn thing. Because that's how serious this shit is at this point. How dare I go through life not have learned a damn thing about being better for me? Still accepting the same thing. Still doing the same thing. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. So sometimes I'm going to have to take that pain because I want to change. Pain comes with change. Change comes with pain. It's a transformation. It's a transition. What you mean? That butterfly became a butterfly. Why? Because it had to go in. That caterpillar had to go into a cocoon. It had to fill its belly up, go into a cocoon. You don't know how that caterpillar felt inside of that cocoon, do you? Can't get up, can't wake up for how many days? Had to stay in there and let that thing work, didn't it? So some situations you got to sit your ass in that situation and let it work for you and not against you. So the uncomfortability that I got to go through, I got to sit in it and let it work for me and not against me, because I'm going to pay attention to what I'm doing. I'm going to be intentional about what I do. I'm not going I tell you no lie. It's so many reasons why to not do some shit that I can't focus on that. I can't focus on that. I got to be optimistic about shit, because I have many reasons as to why I shouldn't. I have many reasons as to why I should stay in the motherfucking bed, close my eyes, and don't motherfucking get out that bitch. I have many reasons. But does that mean that I should? No, because I got things to do. Now is the time to stop. Because one thing this is something that I always go by. You don't know when your last day here. You know your expiration date? Please provide it if you do. Do you know your expiration date? So the shit that you talking about you gonna do tomorrow, oh, you think you got tomorrow, huh? I heard somebody say live every day like it's your last day. Live every day like it's your last day, baby, because it very well could be. You understand me? Oh. So that means you need to quit playing with yourself. I know I'm fit to. I can't make nobody do nothing in here, but one thing I'm going to do is encourage you to go be the best version of yourself, whatever that looks like for you. I'm going to encourage you to go do that because that's what you deserve. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. I don't give a fuck what nobody. You go give yourself the best version of yourself. You understand me? And it's okay who don't like it. So yeah, some shit you gotta take off. You gotta make separations. You gotta do what's necessary to help you to be better. And sometimes that's even looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, you know what, damn, I'm really not doing myself the right way. Tell yourself the fucking truth. It ain't that you putting yourself down, but at some point you have to look at yourself and tell yourself the truth about you. How many times it take another person to tell you something about you that you don't see your own self? You know what the hell you doing. You know what you're doing, baby. And that's okay. Because growth got to take place at some point, whether it be now or later, or either it's going to be too late. And we don't want it to be said too late, do we? Because once it's over, it's over. Ain't no going back. Ain't no going to go change it. Ain't no going to go fix it. I've learned that in life. You understand me? That's why I try to be careful with how I treat people. That's why I try to be careful with how I interact with people, because I don't know if I may need you later on. I don't know if today is your last day. So how dare I treat it like I got tomorrow when I know very well that that's not guaranteed. But that's just my perspective. And I ain't here to make nobody see shit how I see it. I'm just only here to open up your perspective, provide you with the message, and you do what you will with the message, baby. You do what you will with the message, and we will be sticking to the curriculum, but sometimes I have to deviate a little bit because I need to get your undivided attention. I need that. And I don't need it for me, but I need it for you. I need you to see you. A lot of you looking at me in the screen, but go ahead and turn the motherfucking camera off from me. Make that screen go black and you look at you. You take some time and look at you. If you have a hard time looking at yourself in the mirror, that's a problem. Because that's not a solution-focused mindset. That's not a solution-focused view. The perception becomes the reality. Does it not? Thank you, Dobby. The perception becomes the reality, right? So if I'm thinking that way, then guess what? It becomes a lifestyle. It's serious. It's more serious than what you think it is. How long you been thinking negatively? And then you add a negative lifestyle in there. You grew up with negativity. Mama couldn't tell you that she was proud of you not one time. Mama, come on, you what? You think somebody else owe you, baby? You owe you more than anybody. And that ain't no lie. That's all factual. You owe you more than anybody. The validation, the understanding, the patience, the kindness, the niceness, you owe yourself that. Because how can I give that to somebody else if I never give it to myself? How am I supposed to continue to operate along those lines if I'm never doing it for me? How? It's going to be limited and it's going to run out. You're going to get tired of it because why? You're fucking pretending. And yeah, I'll be a little uncut every now and then on here, just so y'all know. Hello, Danny girl. Welcome in, baby. I appreciate you. I'm sorry I had sent you the invite. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. I was trying to scroll up to see the comments, sweetheart. I had that problem and I literally just started looking at me in the mirror for 3 months now. And I'm so glad that you did. And hopefully when you're looking at yourself in the mirror, you're able to identify the reasons why you need to keep pushing forward, why you don't need to give up. You are the reason. Okay. Nobody never said anything to me, not even when I graduated, even when I went to college. And this is why we'll sometimes start to look at ourselves like we're a problem, and we'll look at ourselves like we're not worthy or that we deserve anything in life, when in reality you do. That validation never had to come from somebody else. It needed to come from you. It needed to come from you. I experienced being talked about in a manner of like, in this format. Oh, my daughter is this, and this. Good thing she got a parent like me. So that's not even fully authentically giving the praise to the individual for their work, their ethic, their time. You know what I mean? So then it's like, well, dang, well, I guess I didn't do it for me. So you start to question yourself. You start to look at yourself a certain type of way, and it's not reality. Where is the evidence? Where is the evidence that you are unworthy? Where is the evidence that you are not capable? Where is the evidence that you don't deserve love, peace, happiness, joy? Where is the evidence that needs to be your life? I want to let you know something. You wasn't created out of mistake, or nor were you created to be a mistake. Understand me when I tell you that. So don't treat yourself like you're a mistake and like you are optional and like you you got to diminish yourself and make yourself small because of the comfortability of somebody else. Because they're not comfortable around you. You're doing too much. You happy too much. Why should you dim your light? Why should you mean to tell me you're gonna dim your light every time somebody come in your life and they feel fucking uncomfortable? You're gonna dim your light every time? Accommodating. At what point you gonna quit accommodating people? That ain't even gonna help you. That ain't even they're not even gonna do that for you. First of all, they're not even gonna do that. If they feel like you are inconveniencing them, they will cut your ass off at the drop of a hat. Let me say that one more time. If they feel like that you are inconveniencing them, they will cut your ass off at the drop of a hat. It didn't take nothing. All it took was you to say the wrong thing, and it's over. Oh, okay. Yes, I stopped myself negative. I stopped myself negative talk once I looked at myself in the mirror and said, baby, I got you. And that's what you got to do. Everybody got an inner child. Let me make sure I make that clear. Everybody has an inner child, and your growth gets stunted at the point where you felt like your most basic needs were never met. There are significant moments in your life where you expected your parent to show up, or you expected them to be there, and that inner child always throws tantrums, always feels like woe is me, always all of those things, because it's looking for you to provide the reassurance that you may be neglecting. We got that? Do we got that? That inner child needs you. Sometimes the moment when your parent was no longer there, whether the absence be because they became deceased, whether the absence be that they chose not to be there anymore, your growth stunts. It becomes a situation where you mean to tell me I got to fucking figure out life? I got to figure out life? Yes, we all do. Welcome to humanism. Welcome to humanism, baby. Being the oldest, I had to pour back into me and say I'm more than that title. Exactly. And you are, baby. You are. You are. That you are. Because a lot of times as the oldest sibling, you always looking out for everybody else. You're conditioned. You are conditioned to believe that everybody else's care is more than yours. Your only job is to be intentional about caring for all of those other individuals. So then when you have nothing left, there's no one to see about you. And that's me keeping it real. Hello, Mallory. Hello, beach lady. How you doing, baby? Welcome in. I had to do that once I became the oldest. Right. There will be many changes. One thing I want to let you know, baby, all of my growing people here. One thing I want to, sorry, I keep sending invites out. I didn't mean to do that. One thing I want to let you know is this. You're going to have many opportunities for growth, because you will have many changes that take place in your life. Unexpected changes and some expected changes. Change is guaranteed. Now, whether you change for the good or the bad is going to be your choice. But change is guaranteed. And don't think that because I sit up here with a microphone in my hand and I got my music playing in the background that I got all my shit together, because I don't. I'm working on and is in the process of getting myself and my things together. I'm doing it in real time with me. And I love that for me. I've questioned myself just like you may have. Why so and so won't be here? Why so and so? Why mama won't support me like that? Why did? If they were meant to be there, they will be there. If they wanted to be there, they will be there. It isn't anything against you. It isn't anything against you. It isn't anything against you. It is not anything against you. I even have come to an understanding now that regardless of what, I don't have to have 10,000 people following behind me. I'd rather take the 5 that's really truly got my best intentions at heart over the 10,000. Because it never means that I still can't walk in rooms and get my vision accomplished. It's about the quality that you're surrounding yourself with. And that starts with me. That starts with me. Am I quality? And if I am quality, how dare I expect anything less than quality around me? Are you kidding me? We all grown and growing. Because just because you 31, just because you 30, just because you 33, 35, 40, 45, 50, just because you that age, you still got breath in your body. There's more growth to be had, is it not? I have a mind. I have a heart. I need to grow up. I need to grow. I need to mature more in my mind. I need to mature more in my heart, how I show up. I need to mature more in my profession, my endeavors, what I'm choosing to surround myself with. When it comes to family, I need to mature more. I need to mature more in all these areas and aspects because I am inserted in all of these areas and aspects. You are more than just one component. You are multiple components. You are an entire system. Do you understand me? How is your system functioning? Let me break that down. When you are created, you have a nervous system. You got an integumentary system, which is your skin, your bones. You are a walking system, baby. How is your system functioning? Where is the lack of functionality within your system? It does not have to do with anybody else. It has to do with you and what you tolerate. It has to do with you and what you are allowing. And not just from somebody else, but also from yourself. Because I know we have this saying too, where we be like, well, I'm just like that. No, you're not just like that. You choose to be like that. It's a choice. You choose to do it. Why? Because you can know a better way and you won't even apply it. What's going on in the mindset? If my mindset is dysfunctional, let me take the time out to learn a better way to be in my mind. It takes me to do that. I'm a mental health therapist in real life. I can tell my clients all day long to do X, Y, and Z. But if they mind say that ain't there and they don't want to, they're not going to. Do you understand me? They are not going to. So I wait for them to get to a place where they're ready to change. And uncomfortability brings about a change when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired of your own self, of your situations, of the environments, of people. Then you're ready. Now you're ready. Now you're ready. Because you ain't looking to blame nobody. You looking to find a solution. In order for my life to be better than what it was, it requires me to take some actions. It requires me to change my mindset. It requires me to change my habits. And change means that you're just going to transfer the bad for the good. I'm going to actively learn a better way. I'm going to actively apply those better ways in the times that it presents itself. Because there will be many times where the bad will come up and you're going to have to make sure that you apply those things that you taught yourself now that's better. You're going to have to apply that. How dare we think we're going to go through life learning things and not having to apply what the hell we learned? How are you ever knowing that you really learned your lesson if you never have to apply what you learned? I'm just saying, baby. I'm just a messenger. I don't pick and choose what you did the message. So the second module that had occurred that y'all wasn't here for is rejection. Rejection, your unexpected teacher. Rejection is a teacher. It is not a hinderer. My rejection teaches me. It doesn't hinder me, because what it does is it helps me to build resilience, detach from validation. Because we always looking for validation, and if we don't get it, we be like, okay, well, I'm going to just give up. No, I'm going to detach from validation because I don't have to seek that from within somebody else. I have to already know. that I'm validated in what I'm doing. Why? Because I sat down, I created the plan, I operated within the plan, and I executed it. Oh, validation is in the evidence. Validation is in the evidence, and it's evident that I'm doing what I need to do. Hence, my website, I did it. I was provided with a resource, and I utilized the resource. And I did it. And I gave myself a deadline. And I said, I want to have it out by next week. And you know what? I had it out by yesterday. Because I owe me and don't nobody owe me. I've had individuals say they'll help me. I've had individuals, but I owe me. And that's why I don't be so quick to be like, okay, yeah, I want you to do this, 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 and this. Because I owe me. I need to do it. I need to do it. Because how dare I've given myself and done things for so many other individuals and never took the fucking time out to do it for myself. I'm not going to beat myself up about it because I'm a giving person. But I am going to put myself in my place about it. Like, girl, you did that. You was a help. You helped. And you did great when you're helping. Now it's time to help yourself. Even if nobody stands beside you. Even if nobody wipes your tears. Even if nobody sends you a text to ask you how you doing. Even if nobody asks you how's your mental. Because at the end of the day, why wouldn't I ask myself that? How am I doing mentally? Self-check-ins are necessary. Because other people have other lives that they live. They have other things that they do. And a lot of times, you're there for convenience in their life. And a lot of times, they don't prioritize you. So when they're not prioritizing you, shouldn't it be that you're prioritizing yourself? To say, how am I doing? Am I okay? Is there some things that I need to give up? Because in order for me to take on a new way, I got to give up my old ways. I got to give up my old ways of thinking, my old ways of doing. I got to give up childish ass ways. I can't keep going that way. How am I gonna say I'm a professional and go in rooms with other professionals and I'm sitting up there crashing out in front of them? What? No. I've learned a better way of communicating and making my point without even doing all of the extras. I've learned how to do that. I've learned how to carry myself. You're in your preparation phase. It's time to prepare for your outcome. Prepare for it. And don't neglect it. You've neglected it long enough. You've neglected it long enough. You've neglected it long enough. I have to tell myself that. You've neglected it long enough. Do what you need to do for you. It doesn't make you selfish. It makes you intentional. I had to put a stop to one of my habits, and I'm feeling good about that decision. And as you should, and I'm so proud of you, baby. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. And I appreciate you taking the time out to do that with you. Hey, 5-star, how you doing? Let me go ahead and make sure I introduce everybody again. We have 5-star in the room. We have KB in the room. We have Love in the room. We have Queen Misha in the room. We have Chef Davis in the room. And we also have Kat in the room. Y'all make sure y'all grab each other and be intentional about providing quality care for one another when it comes to this here app, because there's a lot of negativity going on this here app. There is a lot of ungenuineness going on and people that aren't really authentic going on around this app. All right. So be careful. And when you find those individuals, you stick to them and you make sure you remain the same genuine person that you was when you started out. Don't switch up. Be real from the beginning. Be honest from the beginning. All right. Module 3 was receptivity, being open to what you said you want. Learning to receive love, support, correction, blessings, and opportunity. Identify the ways you block blessings, self-sabotage, distrust, hyper-independence. So that's what we're going to be working on today, y'all. Module 3. Module 3 is receptivity, all right? Receptivity, being open to what you said you want. Being open to what you said you want, okay? So let's talk about it. We're going to be learning how to receive love, support, correction, All right. Blessings and opportunity. How bad do you want it? Are you willing to be open to receiving? Okay. I've already went over that we have to do things for ourselves. That's that internal work. And that external work of knowing how you want to navigate relationships, partnerships, situationships, learning how you want to navigate those things with the correct boundaries in place. Okay. So the objectives are, sorry, y'all, excuse me. Y'all know sickness been going around like crazy. Y'all let me know if y'all can still hear me. I'm putting my mic on my clothes instead of holding it now. Can y'all still hear me? If you could drop a thumbs up in the chat, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. If you could drop a thumbs up in the chat, I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. Okay, thank you. Also, if you do have any backup pages or anything like that, feel free to drop that in the chat as well so that other individuals can grab that other page, okay? Y'all make sure that y'all do that to look out for one another and truly be there for one another, because at the end of the day, it's about the name of the game is community. We're building community, and not just any kind of community, but healthy community. In this room, it's about mental health awareness and mental health support on all aspects. So we are not teaching toxic things and dysfunctional ways of doing things. We're going to teach the right ways of doing things and show that it is possible. It is possible, okay? We are going to show that it is possible. So don't just be here to just pretend. If you really want to operate this way, don't just do it right here on this live. When you leave this live, you continue to keep going and walking in that. What you have learned, apply it to your life. Some of you may go to church or wherever you worship. You go there to learn and apply what you learn. How dare you sit there? You never take anything away from it and apply it to your life. Because why are you there? I accept all people into my room, but I'm going to tell you that I desire you to walk away with something. I encourage you to walk away with something. Because how dare you come in the room and you walk away with nothing? You walk away feeling disturbed. You walk away feeling like your peace is not there no more. Baby, walk away with what you need. The table is being spread right now. Some of y'all want the peas. Some of y'all want the carrots. Some of y'all want the meat. Some of y'all want the drink. Pick what you will and you take it away and you apply it to your life, because everybody's lifestyle in here is different. Everybody in here is going through something different. So maybe what KB need, 5-star don't need that. What 5-star need, Misha don't need that. What Misha need, Chef Davis don't need that. Everybody needs something. So whatever I'm talking about, baby, you take what you need. You take what you need. All right, let's get into it, y'all. Receptivity, being open to what you said you want. Learning to receive love, support, correction, blessings, and opportunity. The objectives of today's module is, because I want to make sure I keep the layout and the format for you all, okay? Identify the ways you block blessings. Is it self-sabotage? Is it distrust? Is it hyper-independence? That's the first thing. Us identifying how we block our blessings. We need to know that so we can become one with that in order to get out of that. Okay? And that's okay. That's why we're going to learn how to get out of that. I'm so glad that you're able to admit it and acknowledge it so it can be changed. So it can be changed if you want it to. Right. The next thing, the next objective will be build emotional and relational openness. We want to build emotional and relational openness, and we're going to discuss that. Then we're going to strengthen the ability to receive help and guidance. The last objective is strengthening the ability to receive help and guidance. Okay? Sometimes people are not trying to tell you what to do. They're trying to just guide you into the right ways of doing things. For example, I was giving a resource and it was up to me to utilize that resource. Now, when it came to the navigation of the resource, I had to do that. So that was help without too much guidance. But help with guidance would be somebody showing you something, telling you about something, and actually showing you how to do it as well. Not saying you got to do it in the format that they do it, but they want to give you a full, thorough guidelines as to how you may be able to do it, if that's something that you need. All of us have different learning styles. If you know you need that one-on-one, don't be ashamed of the one-on-one. Get the one-on-one. Get the one-on-one. I don't care how many times, what classes you had when you was in high school. If you was in some of the lower classes, or you got the lower scores or the lower grades, baby, that does not hinder you from still achieving what you need to achieve. It just means you are open now to the help and the guidance. Before, whatever people used to do, if they picked on you, don't worry about that. Because again, you owe you. So I'm going to do what's necessary to help myself. I'm going to take the help. I'm going to take the help. If I know that I don't have the ability or the mental capacity to do it at this time, I'm going to take the help. Because there's nothing wrong with you getting help and guidance. Unless you perceive that there's something wrong with you getting help and guidance. Okay? All right, the core concepts, okay? Receiving, weakness. How many of us are operating in that? Receiving is weakness. Attachment patterns. How you're attaching yourself. Expanding your capacity container. Sometimes we be so ready to give up before we even start the situation. We be like, I can't do this. I ain't got time. The first inconvenience. Oh, this the big one. This the big one right here. This the big one right here. The first sight of inconvenience. And we ready to throw in the towel. Oh my God, the program ain't working. I'm just gonna quit. Baby, I love y'all so much. But listen, I done been guilty of it a little bit, you know. You said that you be like got aggravated with it, you be like got agitated with it, because listen, technology is a beautiful thing, but it's also a pain in the ass when it wanna be. Okay? So sometimes you be sitting there like, God damn, I've been working on this shit for about 5 hours now. I'm sick of it. You go back the next day, baby. Just take a break. Don't give up yet. You can't do that. I mean, you can. It's okay if you want to, but you ain't gonna reach where you're trying to go doing that all the time. What you think gonna happen when you become completely, when you go up in your success? It's gonna be many things that's gonna try to deter you from continuing to elevate. People that are successful never quit. That's a common denominator. They never quit. Their mindset is, okay, what I got to do tomorrow? What I'm finna do tomorrow? What I'm finna do what I'm finna do in the next hour? Time is money. Time is money. Yes. But yes, don't quit at the first sight of inconvenience. Don't do it, ma'am. Don't do it, sir. It gets hard. And you're not the first person to go through hardship and struggles and trials and tribulations. How many people you done heard talking about their acting careers and all that stuff? They was homeless before they got to where they were. Eating out of trash cans before they got to where they were. This ain't no lie, baby. Do your research. Do your homework. All right? All right, so receiving assessment. All right. Yes. Okay, so let's talk about it, y'all. Receiving versus weakness, okay? I need y'all to identify how you block your blessings. What are the things that you do? KB already said that she does all three. Do you self-sabotage? Do you distrust? You don't trust people and you don't trust yourself? Because that's a big one. A lot of times we won't even partake in doing anything, and we procrastinate because we don't trust ourselves to achieve what we're trying to get to anyway. Let's talk about it. Or is it hyper independence? Like, I got to be the one to do it. I owe myself, but there are certain things that I will allow other people to do. Like, I'm on platforms, so I got a website through my platform too. I had that first. And then I came out with my own website then. Then I came out with my own website on Saturday. Okay? But I've been in business for 4 years. So the first year, I wasn't seeing any clients. I didn't start taking clients until the second year. I took time with my baby. And I'm still taking time with her because I want to lay a stable foundation. I want to lay a stable foundation. And that requires me to be mentally in that realm of stability. All right? So my actions, what I do, what I say, being intentional about that. Me being an inspirational speaker requires me to do my homework, for me to learn how to speak more eloquently, for me to learn how to utilize my vocabulary and expand it. If I say I'm going to do something, I don't just want to do it, but I want to be one of the best at it. Because why not? Why not become one of the best at it? Oh my God. Why not? You should become the best at whatever it is. I don't want to just be a mom. I want to be the best mom. I don't want to just be a woman. I want to be the best woman I can be. I don't want to be an employee. I want to be one of the best employees they got at the job. And that don't mean that I got to overextend myself. That means that I do what I'm supposed to. Right? Be intentional about your craft. What makes you you. You understand me? So y'all haven't told me, how have y'all been blocking y'all blessings? KB said she done did all three. For me, it's been distrust and hyper independence for me. And the reason why hyper independence was something that I started to develop was because when I would ask individuals or I would ask questions, it's like it was a task for them and like they didn't want to, or people would gatekeep from me. So it became a situation where I had to learn a lot of things on my own. When it came to my profession, I had to learn a lot of things on my own, and I had to be willing to do my own research, which made me tread into the lines of hyper independence. So I know where it comes from. So when you think about your situations and you think about how you block your blessings with self-sabotage, distrust, or hyper independence, where did that come from? Where does it stem from? Excuse me. Where does it stem from? And feel free to type it in the chat, y'all. Y'all know we got to get the chat going too. So where does that come from? And also, if y'all want to, because we are already past 10K, and I appreciate y'all so much. If you want to come up, you can request to come up. I'm starting to allow people to come up that wants to request to come up, because I don't want nobody to feel forced to come up at all. If you want to come up, you can request to come up, and I will pull you up on the panel without a problem, okay? Let me also give y'all a round of applause. I do. You say all the time? All the time what? Let me scroll up. Try not to invite nobody. Me having to always have to figure it out alone. So that's how you develop the hyper independence. Now let me ask you this. Did you trust yourself to see about other people more than you trusted yourself to see about yourself? Because you've always seen about other people? You say, yep. Did you say yes to what I just said? I'm like, I ain't even hardly finished it yet. Are you saying yes to what I said just now, that question? You found yourself trusting yourself to see about other people more than you found yourself trusting yourself to see about yourself? No? Okay, break it down for me. Break it down for me. Break it down for me. Oh, there we go. Okay, now we got some brave people now. Break it down for me, baby. Tell me what you mean.
Because that was a lot.
No, because I already knew that it was going to be a certain amount of character, so I knew you was going to end up having to come up here. So what's okay.
Yeah, so the hyper independence, as me being the oldest, right? Mm-hmm. I started working when I was 14, 15 with that working paper. Mm-hmm. So it was like I always had to put myself in the back, me personally in the back burner, and make sure the house is good, mommy good, the sister's good, everything else was flowing properly. Mm-hmm. So now when I'm at my age now, and I'm a mom now, mm-hmm. and still having to do that on my own, because I am a 24/7 single mama. Uh-huh. Everything I have to figure out. Even with my business, I put that as something for me, so I can pour back into me, I have something is attached that's just for me, but then it's not for me alone. It mm-hmm. also is going to trickle down to make sure everything else is good. So it's with me checking for everybody else, it was mainly that. It wasn't me checking in myself, what do I need today? How do I need to show up for me today? It was
that's what I'm saying though. When it comes to hyper independence now, because a lot of times it ain't. Yeah, so it wouldn't be hyper independence. It would be hypo independence. Like, or no, like if the independence. Okay, what I'm hearing you say is that the independence is in a different format. Like you have to figure out everything on your own or whatever the case may be. Yet you're still not necessarily seeing about yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which is what I was trying to see. Like, has you having to see about everybody else because you still got to see about the kids. You still had to
Yeah.
see about when you said you became the oldest. Now you still got to see about them. How that impact of that means that you're not seeing about you necessarily. It's like a sacrificial thing. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been that since
So do you
I
trust
became
yourself more to have an independence to provide for everybody else versus providing for yourself per se with like your goals and your aspirations?
like that now. I had to put that at the forefront. I had to make that hard, big ass pill to swallow decision to be like, I see how everybody is, how everybody shows up for me
Mm-hmm.
and don't show up for me, in the sense that I sacrifice so much and I never like once asked back for that love, that attention, that whatever I was pouring out. So me being a mom made me like stop and like, yeah, you gotta start pouring back into you, because if you don't take care of you and figure out what I was lacking
Mm.
and what I'm still learning from to like
Hey,
pull
baby.
back from, and not give myself too much to everybody,
Right.
I'm gonna mess my sons up. I have two boys.
Right.
They gotta be a great father and a leader one day.
Right.
They gotta show up in the best way that I need them to show up as. Not how their father was showing up as, but as
Right.
them individually. And that all stems from me making sure I fix me.
Mm-hmm.
How I show up for me, how I look at myself. Cause if I get up and I don't wash my face and comb my hair and make sure like at least I get some type of, girl, you got it. How are they looking at me?
Right. Because you are the example of the type of woman that
Yeah,
they
I
need
have
to
to
go
be that
after
type.
and also the type of
Mm-hmm.
woman that they want to have in their life in reality. At the end of the day, you're still being you being an example. Chef Davis, I need you to answer for me first. What how have you blocked your blessings? Like the blessings that you had, because there's some things that may have come in your life and things like that that you blocked your blessings. So has it been self-sabotage, distrust, or hyper independence that you've experienced?
Um, for me personally, I feel like I blocked my blessings in so many ways, and a lot of it was just sabotage. You know, I'm going
Okay.
from not getting to a point to where you know. I heard someone say one time is sometimes like you'll block your own blessings. Um, First off, God should be the father. You know, and it comes to a point to where sometimes when you don't put Him first, you blocking your blessings. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I'm gonna always go back to that because that's where I can relate to. You know, I'm coming from. So within me, I know that he's able to do all things, and sometimes we can we can know right from wrong, not to do this, not to do that, and we'll still turn around and do the opposite. But the thing is, to be right in our face the whole time. And
Right.
when it's right in our face the whole time, it's like it's showing me, hey, boy, don't go do that, don't go do that, don't do that. It be that inner man in you telling you different things. So therefore, I block my blessings in so many ways. Um, and a lot of times just being hard headed, just being stubborn, and you know, and a lot of times it comes between myself. It's me. It's a me problem. It's a me issue. It's a
But
me
what?
issue,
But
and that's why when you said that,
when did you notice that, and where did that? What is the core of that? Like, where did that come from? Was it just like? Did it just like I'm going to decide to be hurtful to myself, or was it because you was already in pain?
a lot of times it came for me with pain. It came with pain. It's
You breaking up some.
hurt you. I feel like I got this feeling and I've been feeling like this, you know what I'm saying, for a long time. I've been knew that my blessings can get blocked. I've been knew that this can happen. But that's why, you know, they say when you have came in the knowledge of this, when you come in the knowledge of different things and know what you're dealing with, and now that I'm in the knowledge of it and I know what is basically blocking my blessings, I can do better. I can walk
Mm-hmm.
better. I can
Mm-hmm.
talk better. I can love my neighbor better. I can support my sibling better. I can support my friend better. You don't got to be that, I'm gonna support her because she got this going on. Oh, I'm gonna support her because she did. No, it's because it's a me issue. So me working on me, that's all around the border. That's all around the border. I hope I'm making sense.
Yeah, you is. It was breaking up a little bit, but I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's all around the border. So I really, it just I got to fix me to and KB, I heard you saying that you got your sons. You know what I'm saying? You got your sons, and they all that you basically know. And and the thing is, what I'm saying, we gotta want better for our kids anyway. So sometimes when it gets to a point to where here I am stuck up in my ways, it ain't about me no more. It ain't about me. It's a right. Got to do better to want better, and want better to do better. So I ain't gonna take over your life. You tell you not ready to preach, but I'm gonna let
But
you
you
go.
but thank
I'll
you
be
for
ready to go
that.
and let him. Yeah.
I'm asking the same question. Queen Misha B. Um, when you think about how you've blocked your blessings, has it been self-sabotage, distrust, or hyper independence? Where do you think you fall along those lines?
I've had all three. Um, I've always been independent. My mom raised me that way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the person that I don't. If I ask you to do something for me and you hesitate or you say you're gonna do it and you don't do it, then I ain't gonna ask again. I'm gonna do it myself. Um, but I've always been that way as far as the independence part. It
Mm-hmm.
may have gotten worse as I've gotten older and the experiences that I had to deal with in life of being the oldest and responsible.
Mm-hmm.
Um, do I trust people to a certain extent? We are human. We gonna do what we gonna do anyways.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to me, I'm gonna trust you just enough to see if and when you gonna fuck up. It's
Right.
like I'll be waiting for you to mess up so I can be like, okay, you fucked up. I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my mouth has blocked blessings for me because people don't like how real I am or how it comes out, I guess, in a way. But
Or would you say you don't accommodate uncomfortability? Like you're not trying to make somebody comfortable. You're just gonna be transparent.
I'm not gonna make you comfortable. You have to show me that you worth being comfortable in my world. I've
Right.
experienced a lot of shit in my life. When I used to make people comfortable, they used to walk all over me like I wasn't shit.
Mm,
So no, I'm not gonna make you comfortable because you're not gonna get the opportunity. That was me. If I made you comfortable or if I was just so comfortable with you, people treated me like shit. And as I got older, you gonna get tired of getting treated like shit for being you, for being the person you are.
right.
So now people be like, "Oh, you mean you this?" No, I'm not mean. I'm still the same person, but y'all used to treat me like shit, and I was the most chill, laid back person in the cut. Like I'm the person that I'll ride for you. I will hold your secrets. I'll take one for the team, but you not gonna keep walking all over me like I'm a doormat.
Right.
At some point, people get tired of getting used. I'm the person that I'm always giving. But when it's my time, nobody's there for me. I have to pick up my own pieces, which
Right.
led to me not asking people to do shit for me because nobody was ever there to help pick up my pieces.
Right.
So I've experienced all three. I experienced more of the independent part. I mean, I've experienced that part my whole life,
Thank you
but
for
it
the gift,
got
Paul.
it
Yeah.
got more. Um, what is the word I'm looking for? It was more intense as an adult because I watched my mom. My mom was on hospice. I took care of my mom, so me being the oldest, I had to be the strong one, strong for everybody. Not to mention I have kids, so
Thanks,
they
Misha.
don't want to see their grandparent like that, their grandma like that. But I have a sibling who you would have thought I really was the only child during the process because that nigga was running around like who done it and why. you know? So it was more like, okay, I got to be strong for all these people. But when it came time for me, nobody was there to pick up my pieces. Nobody was there to be strong for me but me.
Hey, Crystal, how you doing, baby? No,
So
yeah. And
it,
that's literal. That's literally the reasonings behind. Like some people can see the way that you act and how you show up, but they don't realize that there's a story behind every action.
yeah.
Does it justify certain things? Because some people do things wrong. No, it doesn't justify the people that do wrong in their actions.
But even the
But
people,
but
even the people, when it came down to, okay, so me at 43, you would have, nobody could have ever told me that I would be 43 in the world and not have a mom.
right,
But even the people that were there for like a part of my mom's life, like the lady that's supposed to be my mom's best friend, they're like, oh, if you need anything, do, I'm here. But when it's all said and done, it's over because they're only there from the time that it happens to the time y'all plan to have whatever. My mom had 2 viewings because my mom wanted to go back home and be buried next with her siblings. She
right,
was mom. So we had 2 viewings. We had a viewing in the town where we live. We had one in her hometown. And then
right,
we did the service. So, but when it was all said and done, everybody was like cockroaches. They scattered. It's like it was like a fucking
Baby,
ghost. When I
that's how it
came
be.
back home, the kids were here. My oldest son's dad was here. My brother was here. And then it was like I snapped my fingers and everybody went back to their normal life. And here I am
Of course, still going through
with
it.
my youngest one in this house. And when I can tell you that I've experienced there depression comes all different kind of ways. I've seen 3 different forms of depression when it comes to me. So the only thing that made me get out of the black hole that I sunk into when it was all said and done, because I had nothing else to do, because my life evolved around taking care of my mom, was my baby who was in junior high when my mom took her last breath. I had to pick myself up and say, bitch, get your shit together. You have a kid that you have to take care of at the end of the day.
right.
I mean, literally all I did was take him to school, pick him up, and make sure he had something to eat. And I cried. The house was dark. It was black. I cried for months. Months. I cried. Not one person that said, if you need anything, I'm here, came and knocked on my door and said, hey, are you okay? Then when I decided to go out in public, I saw my mom's best friend in the gas station. And the first thing that came out of her mouth was, you want to donate to the church? Not how you doing, not this, not that. Because apparently when people pass away, they think you got money. My mom always said you worth more dead than you are alive. But at the end of the day, vice versa, that shit ain't bringing my mama back. But for you to fix your mouth and say that out of your mouth before you even ask me how the fuck I'm doing, and all y'all scatter like roaches when it was all said and done, I don't, when I see them in public, I act cordial. I speak if they speak to me, but I'm not finna go out my way to speak to you because you sometime me now. I know how you operate. I know how you move. And in the back of my mind, I knew she was never a true friend to my mom, but I could never tell my mom that because my mom knew in a way. But you know, it's like disrespecting. Like
Yeah,
I kept it to myself. But when people see me now, like people that still know my mom and were friends with my mom, they was like, how were they friends? Your guess is as good as mine because they fucking like oil and water. They are two
wow.
totally opposite people.
Mm,
Because everybody's raised differently, you know what I'm saying? Like my mom, we was raised, you know, handle your business, make sure you have hygiene stuff, and da 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 da. We ain't never have to like borrow people's mixers and shit like that. Like my mom was a home economics teacher, so it's kind of like we were like, "What the fuck you doing with your money?" type shit. You know what I'm saying? If you don't got everybody should have something to mix they cornbread with or whatever. It's like going down the street asking, "Hey, you got a cup of sugar?" Like, y'all don't got sugar at your house? Y'all use sugar for Kool-Aid, cornbread. I mean, make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I see people, like, I'm not mean. I know how y'all move. Like, I handle myself accordingly. If you choose to open your mouth to speak to me, I'm gonna speak back. But I'm just not gonna go out of my way to speak to you. When I see you, all you saw when you saw me after my mom passed was a fucking dollar sign,
Mm.
and that dollar sign ain't gonna bring my mama back.
Right. Chef had his hand up too. You wanted to comment or something?
No, I just want to say, Queen, I totally understand where you're coming from, and because I lost my mama, and she was 44 years old when she left here. But I understand where you're coming from when you sit there and say, where everybody at? But it took for me to get to a place because I had to bury her. You know what I'm saying? I had to bury her for me being the oldest sibling and different things. I
Yeah.
had to bury her. And the thing is, when it got to a point to where you ask the question, where everybody at? It's okay when everybody bringing the chat sodas. It's okay when you're frying the fish. It's okay when you're getting everything prepared to take them down. It's okay when it comes to that point, you got everybody around you, but the thing is, the rule. Someone told me something one time, and it stuck with me. And I'm gonna say it to on this chat. The real funeral don't start until when everybody is gone. That's when the real funeral really starts. Because the thing is, you got all the support and everybody that's there and everybody hi. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, though, that's when it really starts. And you will know. And you will know when the ones that is there that is real, because they'll sit there. You know what I'm saying? They'll give you a phone call in the midst of it all, send you a text message saying, just praying with you, hoping that thing is going good. You know where I'm coming from? Just hoping you're holding your head up high. You will be able to tell them ones.
And
But
you know
but the
what?
thing
That's a
is, though,
true statement.
hmm,
That
yeah.
right there is a true statement. The pastor of our church, our founder, he passed. So he was the first one to pass away. Well, no, Aunt Vern was the first one to pass
Hmm.
away. Then him. Then my mom. His wife will randomly text me out the blue and say, "Happy Mother's Day" or "How are you?" Just randomly. It may not be every 2 weeks or it may be once a month, whatever. But and they talked about her like she was nothing.
Well, them used to be the ones. Them used to be the ones they're talking
But
about.
she will
Because one
still
thing about it
text
hurt me.
me and check on me to this day. My own family don't fucking call the text or say nothing. They had their hand out as soon as my mom wasn't even cold dead in the ground. They had their hand out. What can I get that was ain't Cassie? What can I get that this? What can I get that that? My own brother was,
Yeah, yeah.
oh well,
Hey, Hazel.
let me get my portion. It technically it wasn't your portion, it was the portion for the house. It was the piece that was left for the house to be fixed and to have modifications and this and this. But because I didn't give a crap about the money, I split that shit with him, and I went to the bank and got him a cashier's check.
It be the family. Yes, it
And at
do.
the end of the day, mama, because I talk so much trash and I'm always the bigger person, I'm always the one that everybody comes to, and I have to help bail out people. Or when it came to my brother, he only fucked with me when he needed something or he wanted something, but I was always the one fighting his battles because I'm the oldest. And I was like, y'all, you hoes in the street not gonna talk to my brother or treat my brother like that. I don't even treat my brother like that. Y'all show not gonna get to treat him like that. If anybody, I get the right to treat him like that. But my mom was the one that was like, make sure you do right. Make sure you do right by your brother. Da 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 da. At the end of the day, I did right by everybody. Who did right by me? Nobody but God.
Just so you know, Hazel, because I know you just came in the room. The question is, how have you blocked your blessings? Has it been self-sabotage? Has it been distrust? Or has it been hyper independence? And what ways, when you think about your life, have you blocked your blessings? You can feel free to answer in the chat or come up on the panel. If you don't want to, that's okay as well. This is a place where we are listening to each other's views and perspectives on things. It never means that you have to agree with anybody or whatever the case may be. Everybody has to live their own lifestyle. So one thing we are doing as a common goal is making it clear when it comes to our lifestyles, what we're doing by living intentionally and recognizing how bad we truly want something. Not
Right
just
then.
saying we want it, but making sure that we are taking the necessary actions to obtain it. Okay.
So at the end of the day, I've experienced all three. What I have learned in my life is that um, I want a lot of stuff better than anybody in the world. I have cut a lot of people off out in my life because of they always got their hand out. They always they I ain't gonna say they needy, but they in a place in their life that I can help you, but you can't help yourself. So I can't keep helping you and not helping myself.
Right, right. Now, the next thing that I wanted to go over with you guys as well is going over that emotional and relational openness, because we know how we blocked our blessings, but how do we develop, because of the experiences that we have, is what I'm hearing, because of the experiences that we've had and the ways that we've been raised, that have impacted how we have blocked our blessings to a certain extent, because we develop these things as protective factors to help us in a certain way, because in our mind it's helping us, but in reality it may be tearing you down, or it may have only served you for that period of time, but not for a lifetime. It only needed to serve you for that period of time. So let's talk about emotional and relational openness. How do you plan on developing that and demonstrating that, and when do you plan on doing that? Because that means that with the connections that you make with people, there has to be a level of that takes place. How would you allow yourself to do that? What are you willing to do, and do you even know? We want to go over what that looks like.
I feel like Bria, I feel like this. You know me. I'm based on this. I'm all based on love, because love and kindness have I drawn thee. Love and kindness have I drawn thee. So I feel like if you show that love, right? And sometimes it's hard to get to a point to do that. But for me personally, this new year, 2026, I want to make sure I, some build the right connections, get to a point, and if there's anything, if I got any type of ill will in my heart, let it go.
Okay.
Coming from, and that's just how I feel on it. I'm more than welcome to hear. I want to hear everybody else's feelings on it, but that's how I feel. Love.
Okay.
For me, yeah, it's all about the reciprocity. Like you, what I always gonna do, no matter what, no matter how I feel towards anybody, is show up as me, and that's with a big heart, caring,
Hey,
despite it all.
uh-huh.
But I'm also gonna look at how that's gonna also come my way.
Okay. So being
So
attentive to not only what you're giving, but also what you're receiving.
yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes. Dissecting
Um,
the problem.
for me, I mean, I am gonna pay more attention to what's being reciprocated. I'm a natural. I'm a nurturer. I was put on this earth to naturally take care of people and to just care for people, whatever type of relationship it is. I've learned to care for people from a distance. Um, I always go by the golden rule: treat people how you want to
Hey,
be
Ari.
treated. However, um, the way I've been treated by certain people, I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. So I just I navigate around them.
Yes.
Um,
I like that word,
they
navigate
they
around
they
them.
they hate the fact that I still smile. I still walk around this earth and I smile. That's just naturally my personality because I people don't never know how I feel because I always got a smile on my face.
Got a mask.
It's not necessarily a mask. It's just
Is it showing how you truly feel?
God. God created me this way to show my smile because I have a gorgeous smile. And I feel like if I pass by somebody and I'm smiling, it's gonna make their day, regardless of what I'm going through. Because
Okay.
I've already experienced life's experiences that many have not yet.
Right,
We
right.
have. Like Chef has. Chef has experienced losing a parent. A lot of people only certain people are chosen to do that part of it. I feel like people that are given the opportunity to have kids, my opinion, their job, at least if it's one or two, one of them is to take care of their parent at the end when it's all said and done. They may not be lucky enough to do that.
Right.
But I got to witness, like, at a young age, like my mom was the baby of 5. So she was the last one to go. I watched my mom and her sister bury their mom. I watched my grandma and my mom and my sister bury my uncle. So like it's only certain people are blessed to witness it, you know what I'm saying? Only the strong ones I feel like are blessed to witness it, that can handle it, that can deal with it and cope with it and navigate through life with it. I've been called everything in the book but a child of God by my son's father, and we're best friends. We are best friends. We never had a relationship where we were boyfriend and girlfriend. We did cross that boundary, but
Hey Mara, how you
we are
doing?
best friends till this day.
Right.
And he called me everything in the book but child of God. I can pick up the phone and call him, and I I was the person that, I mean, even on this app, I had somebody crash out on me. And I still showed up for that person. I still supported that person, even through it all, because at the end of the day, me being ugly to you because you was ugly to me, you're not gonna get the opportunity for me to block my own blessing
Right.
by being
Not
ugly
not
to
trying to do
someone.
tick for tack.
I feel like I ain't necessarily blocked none of my blessings. They just weren't meant at that timing. My blessings are still coming. They have to align, and God gives them to you in the right time. He works miracles for people. I've seen it. I mean, my daughter is a walking miracle. My daughter will be, what, 23 in June. She's a mom. And I was told that my child would never be able to function like a normal kid. So I know what can be done by faith, by believing, and by prayer. At the end of the day, one person can sit over here and they can talk about me, and the next person
Amen.
can smile on my face. You're not gonna hurt my feelings, because at the end of the day, it's not gonna change my personality. It's not gonna change who I am. But it's gonna change how I move
Wait.
with both of you.
Right.
So,
Trust the process.
Right. Hey Trap all day, how you doing,
I
sweetheart?
mean, you have to trust the process. Some people, but I
Trust the
know
process.
me. So, I've had a lot of time I've been on this earth for 43 years. I'm blessed to see 43. And in those 43
Amen.
years, God has showed me a lot of things. And I've learned that people can't
So
take me as
hold
a
on a
person.
second. So the question is, you guys, those of you that just came in the room, because I seen like 2 other people come in the room as well. The question is, how have you blocked your blessings, whether it be self-sabotage, distrust, or thank you, Trap all day, I appreciate you. Self-sabotage, distrust, or hyper independence. How have you blocked your blessings? And then the next question was, how are you going to develop and demonstrate emotional and relational openness? And I'm going to break that down too, just so everybody can get a better understanding too. When it comes to building emotional and relational openness, it involves creating safety through active listening, non-judgmental sharing, and vulnerability gradually. Opening up about your true feelings, needs, and experiences, and fostering a supportive environment where both parties feel seen, heard, and accepted without criticism. Using I statements and showing appreciation to deepen trust and intimacy. And just so you know, this is a internal thing as well as an external thing. So for internal openness, you have to have a level of self-awareness You have to be able to accept yourself. Before sharing authentically with others, accept who you are, including flaws, to build a foundation for vulnerability. Take responsibility. Own your emotions instead of blaming others or keeping secrets. It's important to do these things. And when it comes to self-awareness, which is the top one, you have to regularly check in with your emotions. A lot of times we just going based off of logic all the time with what we think and not what we feel. And there are two types of people. You have people that think and you have people that feel. Sometimes they can do both, but one is going to be more primary than the other. So identifying what you're truly feeling. Is it stress? Is it joy? Is it fear? Rather than just saying, I'm fine. A lot of us have this syndrome that's called the I'm fine syndrome, where you always telling people that you're fine when you know you're not really fine. And yes, distrust may be a thing where you don't trust people. So then is that blocking your blessings or is that helping you? What we do out of protection for ourselves can sometimes become a situation where it can hinder us as well. It can be one and the same, depending on the situation. Trap All Day said, trust that someone will change because of the love you have for them. Right. But you got to
Okay.
be in a place where you're willing. Yes. And Trap All Day, feel free to come up here as well so that we can discuss. And you can also be able to answer the questions up here as well. I'm allowing individuals to request to come up. I'm not forcing anybody to come up. So if you want to, then you can. And that goes for you too, UPC as well. If you want to come up and you want to answer any of the questions and get actively involved by what you say, then you can do that. Okay. You said self-sabotage. Oh, I'm breaking up. Y'all can hear me better now? It's probably because I'm moving. You can hear me better now? Yes?
Yeah, we can hear
Okay.
you.
Why do you say self-sabotage for yourself? Now, y'all, I'm going to get the ones that just came back in or came in a chance to answer and make their statements as well. Why do you say self-sabotage? Like, where does it come from? Where does it come from? And when did you identify that that is something that you are doing? When did you identify that that's something that you're doing and where did it come from? Past experiences, okay. When did you realize that it's
When did
something
you?
that you're doing? Okay, hey, Trap All Day, go ahead.
All right, when I was saying that trust, that hoping somebody will change for the love you have for them and not changing because or who they are as a person. You know what I mean? You can love somebody with all your heart. If they're not willing to change, then that's just something that you got to learn that you got to cut ties with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't hold on. You can't have your heart holding on to someone that's not going to change for you.
Okay, and I can understand that. So now when
I
I'm
think
talking
some.
now when I'm talking about this right now though too, it's okay. Where did you where do you what, like in your life? Have you do you consider yourself having blocked some of your blessings at some point in your life, whether it be from self-sabotage, not trusting people, or even just hyper independence, where you just overly independent and you don't you feel like you're the one that have to do it all the time? Has that been an
Oh,
experience for you? Where you blocked your blessings
almost
because
definitely.
of those reasons.
I'm a person that's my pride. I think my pride has knocked me out of a lot of blessings.
Okay, okay.
Looking looking at to do stuff on my own and not really looking to turn to my brother or my sister when I need help. You know, just suffer the consequences and what come with it, with my decisions.
Mm. Okay, and
So I think that's I sabotage myself a lot.
do you think it's something that you still currently do, or you find yourself trying to not do it? Are you preventing yourself from doing it, or you find yourself still doing it without no type of um way to not partake in that behavior?
I think it's just part of my programming. You know,
Okay.
I've been so independent and so on my own since a youngster. You know what I mean? So like when I take on tasks, I don't look for the help.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? If the help come, and I think that's be my downfall a lot. When the help is there, I don't even look to get it.
And then how has that impacted your relationships or your friendships?
A lot because I done cut off friends because of it.
Really?
Yeah, just not seeing eye to eye, or when we constantly we friends or whatever, we're associates or whatever, but we constantly on the different end of the spectrums of certain things or certain topics. You know, you gotta cut your ties.
Okay, and is that because you didn't want them to do something, or was it because you like what?
Not
What?
just having a different opinion on business matters, like
Okay.
far as making business decisions go on, or making this happen or making that happen. Like you got to know when you and you and whoever you in business with, if it ain't going the right way, you got to cut ties.
Okay. UPCI that you put down recently when I had to sit with myself. You say not trusting people and pride definitely has. Okay, with sitting with yourself, what have you recognized? Because it seems like you recognize that self-sabotage is something that you do and that your pride has gotten in the way in things that you do and that not trusting people. So it's okay to know a thing that you like a thing that's like you said, Trap All Day, it could be part of your programming, right? Like that's your default. That's what you go to.
Yeah,
But because you
yeah.
know, is sitting with yourself enough, or do you have to then learn another way of doing things? And if so, what have you learned? Like, how have you created a space for yourself where you can have that emotional openness and that relational openness at the end of the day? And Trap Out There, you can answer that same question. What did you do to create a space for emotional openness and also relational openness? Because even when somebody comes in contact with you, right? What is it for them to be vulnerable with you and you not to be vulnerable? Would that be considered as one-sided?
I don't know if I would say one sided, because being vulnerable, you got to trust the person you talking to, or whoever you in it with. You know what I'm saying? So being vulnerable, I feel like comes with being comfortable with the person you with,
Okay,
or
and that's
dealing with.
friendships and personal relationships, right?
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
Galen,
yeah.
feel free to answer some of the questions, sweetheart. Um, so let me just answer. Let me just also break down to you all for your relationships, fostering external openness. Okay, external openness. One, you have to practice active listening. Give your full attention, make eye contact, put down distractions, and reflect back what you hear to show you understand. Sometimes we think that the hardest thing is, sometimes what may seem hard is something that's so simple. You have to know yourself enough to know that if I'm looking at something and I'm doing something else, yes, I may be able to multitask, but at some point, I have to prioritize what's in front of me when it comes to the people that I value. Right? So I'm gonna take the time, I'm gonna put my phone down, or I'm gonna turn it off, I'm gonna put it on silent, I'm gonna put it on do not disturb, so I can have my full divided attention in the situation so I can fully understand the situation. This is how miscommunication and misunderstandings happen a lot of times, because you got other things going on that you don't even hear half of what's really being said. You only heard a part of the conversation, a part of the conversation that you're partaking in, and not the entire thing. The second thing is communication. Communicate honestly and gradually. Start with daily experiences and move to deeper feelings, sharing thoughts and feelings without judgment. Sometimes it's not about you starting into the deep stuff. It's how your day was. Sometimes it's the simple things first and then tread along those lines of those deeper things, and understand that you have to accept people where they are. That's a whole nother thing too. Not everybody is going to come in together and be in the same place and phase or stage in their life. They're going to be in different phases and stages of their life. So like Trap All Day, I may be in a farther healing than what Trap All Day may be in. So if I'm in understanding of that, and he's been able to break that down to me, like, hey, you're a little bit further in your healing than what I am, so I may come off as X, Y, and Z. That is direct communication, letting a person know, so they're not trying to figure it out. They're not trying to understand. You provided the understanding and everything necessary to be able to help that person to know what it is that you need, because you are the one that is an expert on you, right? You live with you, you wake up with you, and you live with you all day long. If anybody should know you, it should be you. And if you don't know you, and now is the time to get to know yourself and who you truly are, the good, the bad, and the ugly. um Also, use I statements. Express your feelings from your perspective to avoid sounding accusatory. I feel hurt when. Okay? Not you're making me feel this way, because can't nobody make you do nothing. I feel hurt when X, Y, and Z happens, or when X, Y, and Z went on, or whatever the case may be. I felt that way. All right? Number 4, be vulnerable. Share insecurities and fears to build deeper trust. The reason why we allow ourselves to be vulnerable with people is so that we can show the human side of everything. No, you don't have to trust everybody. I'm not saying that, but at least have at least one trusted person that you can trust and be vulnerable with. Because sometimes you sitting by yourself in a room by yourself, you may be your biggest enemy. Am I lying? Sometimes you can be your own biggest enemy. Because the mindset is that don't nobody care about me. Don't nobody love me. And all the while you got so-and-so and so-and-so. They love you. They care about you. They want to check in with you. But you push away. We can dismiss some things because we want to do it on our own. And because we may not share that with a person, they may take that as, okay, well, you don't want me to be there. And then they remove themselves. Okay? So you want to be mindful of those things. Okay? After vulnerability, y'all. Thank y'all so much for listening. Y'all being so great. Thank you. You want to create emotional safety. Emotional safety is something that you have to create, okay? It's not something that just, okay, we got emotional safety. No, it has to be created with a person. Like, you have to be able to let that person know how far you're willing to go. You need to let them know, like, okay, I only can go this far, but once I get to this point, this area right here is uncomfortability for me. So let me just get to the line of it, and then maybe in the next month I'll go past that line. You got to explain things. You got to explain things to eliminate the opportunity for chaos and miscommunication and misunderstandings to happen. All right? Accept all emotions, even negative ones. Don't try to fix everything and respect each other's need for space or reassurance. It's okay to give a person space, but just identify that. Let a person know, like, hey, I just need to take some time to myself. This how long I may take for myself. So it ain't that I ain't talking to you. I'm dismissing you. This is exactly what's going on. You want to be direct, and being direct does not mean be disrespectful. Okay? Being direct means that you know what you need, you know how you need it, and you able to break it down. Okay? Honestly. The next thing is show appreciation and curiosity. Celebrate each other's dreams, share joys, and ask open-ended questions to understand rather than assume. This is that relational openness. When you're relating to a person that's family members, that's friendships, that's girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, whatever. Anytime that you're having a relational situation where you're relating to another person, these are the things that you want to make sure that you tap into. Like I said in another live, you want to ask the right questions. You want to be intentional and purposeful in what's going on. Because a lot of times things happen because the right questions are not asked and the right behaviors are not being instilled in those relationships to make sure that they can function as a healthy relationship and healthy connection. Your first relationship is with yourself. Be intentional about making it healthy. All right. All right. So respect each other's need for space, celebrate each other's dreams, share joys, and ask open-ended questions to understand rather than to assume. Open-ended questions are a beautiful thing. That's the name of the game. What do you mean by that? Don't assume anything. Assumptions will get you messed up and will mess up a lot of things because you assume something. Be intentional and have the courtesy to not assume something. If you know that you're dealing with people, or even when you're dealing with yourself, don't assume something about yourself. I don't even care if it's unintentional. For example, y'all go to the store, you forget the card at the house, you're like, oh, damn, I'm dumb as fuck. Oh, really? So you just done assumed you dumb as fuck. How many times you heard that from whoever you heard it from before you even knew that was a thing for you? Because you heard it from somewhere. And now you calling yourself that. Then now you try to figure out why you so indecisive and why you can't figure nothing out for yourself. Why you can't make a decision. That's why, baby. Stop treating yourself. That treatment starts with you. You don't treat somebody else like something because of what they do. You treat people like how you treat them because of how you're treating yourself as well. All right? Chapo, I don't know if you fell off the pen or you had to go, baby, but I appreciate you so much being in the building. And you can come up if you feel like you want to come up again, okay? Hey, CJ. Okay, so do things together. Share enjoyable activities, laughter, and play to build bonds and reduce tension. This is when you try to build healthy relational connections with individuals. These are the things you want to tap into. Even if you're in the process of your healing, these are things that you can still pour into because you know what you're looking for. What is a vision without a plan, and what is a plan without a vision? How are you supposed to know where you're going, and how are you supposed to know how you're going to get there? This is very important. I'm going to create the vision. If I see I want to have healthy connections with people, I'm going to plan how to have healthy connections with people. Do you understand me? Hi, CJ. Thank you so much for asking, sweetheart. So what we're doing is we're talking about the topic of the night. This is the Make It Clear podcast through Life Counseling, which is Living in Faith Everyday Counseling. We are living intentionally, and how bad do you want it is the question. So when it comes to this particular segment, this module is actually all about, hold up, let me pull my other slide up here. It is all about receptivity, okay? Being open to what you said you want. If you want a healthy relationship, are you open to it? If you want a healthy friendship, are you open to it? If you want success in your life, are you open to it? It's one thing to say you want something, and it's another thing to prepare for it. All right? If I say I want something, I'm going to prepare for that thing that I want. I'm going to go to the drawing board and figure out a plan on how I need to be going forward in order to be at a place where I'm ready to receive that, which I say I want. Okay? So the question was, how have you blocked your blessings if this has been the case for you, CJ? I'm not saying that it is, but if this has been the case for you, how do you feel that you've blocked your blessings if that's been something that's happened in your life, whether it be self-sabotage, distrust, or hyper-independence? Have you tapped into self-sabotage, distrust, or hyper-independence at some point in your life, okay? And then if so, how have you built emotional and relational openness, or how will you build that going forward? Okay? And I just went over that just so you know. We want to make sure that we strengthen the ability to receive help and guidance. I just went over that a few minutes ago as well. You can receive help and not have guidance. You can have very minimal guidance. Like a person can tell you a resource that you can use, and that's the only help that they can provide for you. So that's help without guidance. Now, guidance would be that one-on-one help. Like, I'm going to tell you how to do it. I'm gonna give you the play to the game. Okay? So how will you strengthen the ability for you to receive that, whether it be just help or help and guidance? How will you allow yourself to be open to those things is the question. And I do know that Chef Davis was talking about how he going to open his heart more and just be intentional about paying attention to who he allows to come into his heart. And that's a great way of being able to have a level of discernment to say, okay, let me pay attention to the behaviors of individuals and not the words of individuals. Because a lot of times we go based off of the words and not so much off of the actions because we're too busy justifying the actions all the time. And KB said the patterns too, looking at the patterns of individuals. Sometimes we want to observe people to see who they truly are, because sometimes they may not know who they are when they come in your life. Not everybody has a level of self-awareness. Not everybody knows that they have hard times with communication. Sometimes they don't tap into that part yet. So they have to take time to tap into that in order to show up better, is what I'm going to say. But we're getting close to 7 o'clock, y'all. It's 6:54. We about to have like 5 more minutes. And I just want to know, is there anything that anybody else wants to say? If y'all want to drop anything down in the chat, please feel free to do so. And then we're going
Hey,
to close out at 7, okay?
y'all make sure y'all tap in to KB live at
Okay.
7:30, 7 o'clock, 7:30. She going live,
Okay,
and
KB's
maybe
going
after that, if we,
live at 7, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all grab each other. There's also a page down there, Inspire with Faith. Inspire with Faith. There's also UPC down there in
yeah,
the chat, I think still. So y'all make sure y'all grab each other. CJ, y'all grab each other.
and,
It's all about quality and healthy connections that we're making. That's very, very, very important. And we want to be intentional about it and purposeful in it. So if I'm going to be intentional about making those connections, I'm going to put myself out there. If I'm going to be purposeful about it, I'm going to make sure that I show up in the right format to receive it. Okay? But go ahead,
that's
y'all.
fine.
Y'all have anything that y'all want to say or last words? Or let's just, okay, you know what? I'm gonna say it like this. Let's do words. Wait, hold up. Wait, before we do that. I'm sorry, y'all. Don't mind me. I have some questions I need to ask y'all beforehand, okay? Before we end. And before I let y'all say y'all last words. Do you accept compliments? Yes or no? And y'all can drop a yes or a no in the chat, or a
Yes.
thumbs up or a thumbs down,
Yes.
okay?
Oh,
Y'all can
Yes.
type yes or no in the
okay.
chat, or a thumbs up or a thumbs down in the chat. That's what I want to know first. Do you accept compliments? Okay. Okay. Do you allow people to help you? Do you allow people to help you? Okay. Do you, so okay. All right. Do you receive correction without defensiveness? When somebody's trying to correct you, do you receive that correction without being defensive? Depending on sometimes. Yes. I love the honesty. I love that y'all being transparent right now. But we got to be able to really do that. And understand what I said. Do you receive correction? As in, like, okay, I'm going to correct you and tell you what I've identified based off of you because I have your best interests at heart. Are you able to receive correction without the defensiveness? And if not, that's okay too, because sometimes we can get on the defense depending on the mood that we in for that day. But that's why we want to have that self-awareness to say that, okay, I'm not going to receive nothing they got to say today. I don't even want to hear it. I don't care how I show up today. Some of us dwell in self-pity every now and then. That's a humanism of it all. Okay? All right. How do we expand the container? And when I say container, I mean your capacity container. Everybody has a capacity container of which you operate in. Your capacity container tells you how much you can tolerate, how much you cannot tolerate. So how do you expand your capacity container when it comes to the individuals that you are entertaining or being involved with? How do you expand that? Where do you shrink when opportunity shows up? That's the question for that expansion, okay? Where do you shrink when opportunity shows up? Where do you shrink at? Is it in your personality? Is it in your commentary with how you talk? Like, where do you start to shrink at when opportunity shows up? Opportunity for friendship, opportunity for business partnerships, opportunities for elevation or progression. How do you shrink, baby? Where do you shrink at? You want to be mindful of that. Thank you for the heartbeat, baby. Feel free to just share it down in the chat too if you're down in the chat. Where do you shrink when opportunity shows up? Is it in your consistency? Because that's another thing. Sometimes we stop being consistent. We stop showing up. Speaking up for myself, right? Sometimes we will make ourselves small in rooms where we feel like we're the small fish because all these people got these different accolades and all this different. Like, we'll shrink ourselves down. Because maybe we can't talk like them, or maybe we can't walk like them, or maybe we can't act like them, or be like them. We want to shrink ourselves, but you are particularly made. Understand me when I say you are particularly made, and you are not to be like anybody else but yourself, baby. Everything that comes with you, your flaws, your negative thinking, your self-doubt, everything that comes with you, you still are particularly made, and you still deserve all things that are good for you. If you're willing to see it that way. Because why? Perception becomes reality. I always got to give kudos back to who I learned it from. Thank you to Dobby. You always got to make sure that you pay attention to what your perception is of a situation, because it becomes your reality. And how it becomes your reality is that you will respond to your perception by actively showing behaviors. So if you assume somebody being disrespectful, you are going to be disrespectful back. If you assume somebody was trying to hurt you intentionally, you are going to cut them off. That's the behavior that comes behind it. All right? So I have to make sure I let y'all know that. So KB said, speaking up for herself is how she shrink. 5-star said, I shrink being too loyal to those that don't need it. Right. Because sometimes we put people in positions that they were never qualified for. We never did the Rolodex of asking the right questions. So we have this expectation that they're supposed to fulfill the qualifications of a job that they never had the qualifications for. And sometimes we get put in positions that we are never qualified for. And so you'll shrink yourself. Because why? Instead of you being upfront and honest about who you truly are, baby, you'll be fighting, trying to become that which you are not meant to be. Don't let that go over your head. Don't let it go over your head. Okay, so willingness to practice. Say yes to something healthy and unfamiliar this week. When I see y'all next week, I'm going to ask you, what did you say yes to? Say yes to something healthy and unfamiliar this week. The name of the game is stepping outside of your comfort zone. Okay? We want to step outside of our comfort zone so that we can tap into who the fuck we are. Because we want our progress to be intentional. We want our progress to be purposeful. We want it just that bad that we willing to step outside that comfort zone and try something and say yes to something that is unfamiliar and also, hold up, healthy. Keyword, healthy. Make sure it's healthy first. Let's make sure that first. Let me clear that up right now in the room. You want to make sure it's healthy first and then unfamiliar. Don't try to go with something healthy like I ate a healthy vegetable this week. Don't do that. Don't do that because a lot of y'all I can see it happening right now that you gonna go and be like, well, you know what, Miss Bree, I ate a cucumber. No. You want to do something that's healthy and unfamiliar. Like some of you are starting businesses. If you want to go live, get on live and start talking about your products. That is healthy for you because it's going to help to progress you and grow what you got going on already. And then it's also going to be unfamiliar because you ain't used to getting your ass up there in the first place. Stepping outside of that comfort zone. They have many lives. Y'all know y'all going to be on this app anyway. Go in somebody live. You ain't never sung before. You know you can't sing. Go sing on their live. That's healthy for you to get out of your mind always thinking about what somebody thinking about you and they ain't even thought that about you because you already been thinking of that about you. Let me say that again for those in the back. A lot of times you go to thinking about what others are thinking about you and they ain't thought nothing about you and it's been you thinking about that about yourself the whole time. So I just want to let y'all know that. Get out your head. Stop going over to Area 51. And when you do go over to Area 51, I'm going to need your ass to get out that spaceship and go over to the land of peace and the land of joy and understanding. Okay? Y'all know I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Go into the land of understanding, the land of peace, the land of joy. Sometimes y'all ain't even letting y'allself be joyous. You go to feeling joy, you be like, something about to happen. You ready to stop yourself from being happy already. Just been living a negative life for 15, 20 years. 15, 20 years just been living negative. Step outside your comfort zone. If you usually don't say I love you to people, say I love you to people. Step outside your comfort zone. If you usually don't say thank you or good morning to people, start saying good morning and thank you to people. Start smiling. You got your teeth. It's some people ain't got no teeth in the world. And they done gummy bear. And you just sit up there holding your face and shit all balled up. Open your mouth and smile. Before your teeth get to missing.
Somebody gonna tell you you're showing to me on them motherfuckers. Oh. Shut up.
He doing his homework now, baby.
I'm a smile, all right.
Oh, you just smiling. It was good. And if it was not so good, here's my story. But y'all please go do that. You say what?
I got all these damn teeth. Y'all see them?
You better
And
smile.
all on mine too.
And I'm gonna let y'all know
And
too.
I'm
Some
a
of y'all might got
smile.
extra teeth. Some of y'all might got some extra teeth and stuff like that. If you got 2 rows and 3 rows of teeth, smile anyway.
Yes,
Smile
not
anyway.
anyway. Shit. They might call
Smile
you
anyway.
scissor
That's
mouth,
called
but
a
that's
crib.
okay.
That's called a crib.
God damn. Lord Jesus mercy.
I love y'all. I know KB got to go live, y'all. Let me just make sure that I end with this. Y'all do have homework. I want to affirm you first, and then I'm going to give you your homework. No, I'm going to give you your homework, and then I'm going to affirm you. Your homework is identify 3 ways you will allow yourself to receive support this week. Okay, baby. Okay, because I thought I was running over. I'm sorry. Identify 3 ways that you will receive support this week. How will you allow support to be in your life this week? 3 ways, okay? And I'm going to ask you what you did for those 3 ways, okay? And then the affirmation of tonight is, I'm rubbing my eye because my eyes start hurting, y'all. Talking about them crib mouths. Lord, forgive me. Okay, so the affirmation of tonight's live with receptivity is, I am open, I am ready, and I am capable of receiving more. Let me say that one more time. Somebody, can you type that down in the chat? Or if y'all want to, all of y'all can type it in the chat. I need y'all, I want to make sure y'all receiving what I'm putting down, okay? The affirmation of tonight is, I am open. I am ready. And I am capable of receiving more. I know that's right, Joy. I know that's right, Joy. She says, think about feeding the inner you. Then your light will shine. It will, baby. It'll shine bright. We all got a light, but some of us got a little flame. You know what I mean? We got a little flame. It don't mean that that the light ain't there. You just have not ignited it further for it to grow, baby. Okay. I am open. Oh, thank y'all so much. Okay. I am open. I am ready, and I am capable of receiving more. Hello. How dare you not want more for yourself? That's in relationships. That's in everything, in every aspect, because you deserve the best, baby. The best. I don't care where you at in your life right now. Everybody is in different stages and phases of their life. I don't care where you at in your life. You still deserve more. Okay? More from yourself first, and also more from those that surround you. Be intentional about the connections that you make, y'all. Do not ruin your connections with people that love you, that value you, that appreciate you. Do not let those things go, because it's hard to find fucking genuine and authentic people in the world. Do you understand me? This world is full of hate, and it's full of people wishing on your downfall that don't care nothing about you. So when you make those connections, baby, you hold on to them and don't ruin them because you feel like you don't deserve it. You hold on to them because you do deserve it. Okay? All right, let me read what y'all saying. Yes, I need my homework questions sent to me, please, and thank you. Okay, I got you. I got you. Somebody, can you type it down in the chat really quick? Because it ain't 7:30 yet. So identify 3 ways you will allow yourself to receive support this week. You have to be intentional about identifying what type of support you want, because there's indirect and direct. And let people know, okay, what works best for you, so they're not overstepping or making you feel uncomfortable because of what you may not be used to. State what you need. Mean what you say, and say what you mean. You don't have to hide it. It don't have to be. It just have to be. It just have to be real.
It don't always work.
But that's why we gonna work on it.
I
We
got
gonna
a
work
blue
on it.
torch.
We gonna make it better. Identify. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Identify 3 ways you will allow yourself to receive some type of support. Thank you. Because it don't say nobody some type. You that the type part is from you. I'm just saying. Identify 3 ways you will allow yourself to receive support this week, whatever that support looks like, and be intentional about receiving it. Like, you ain't got to fight it. You ain't got to be against it. Be open to it. Be open to your blessings. Be open to what's good for you. Healthy requires you to be willing to accept healthy. It's 2 ways. Okay, y'all? So I appreciate y'all so much. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all say some encouraging words. I need everybody on the panel and in the chat. Drop something encouraging for everybody. Thank you so much, Joy Witherspoon. Thank you so much, UPC, for typing it in the chat. I appreciate you both. Florida boy. Oh, my gosh. Welcome in. Hey, how you doing, cuz? Welcome to the Make It Clear podcast series, Living Intentionally. How bad do you want it? This is our 3rd module this week, because I took some time off for the holidays. But we are back live and in effect, and I hope to see all of you back here next Sunday. It's every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I look forward to you all being here. I'm going to allow everybody to go ahead and say something encouraging. Those on the panel can say something. Y'all in the chat, go ahead and drop something in the chat, or you can come up and say something encouraging to everybody before we end the live, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and start with Chef Davis, and then we're going to work around to Misha B, and then KB, and then I will read everybody's own that's in the chat who has something positive to say to everybody in the room as encouraging words, okay? Go ahead and take us off.
Trust the process. Keep God first. Continue to do your best. And encourage yourself.
All right.
Mine on is show up with your light and don't dim it for nobody.
I love that. Okay. All right. Queen Misha.
We are all diamonds in the rough. So make
I
sure you
love.
shine.
Say it one more time for me.
We are all diamonds in the rough, so make sure you shine.
Oh, I love that. I love that, y'all. So 5-star said, Chef said, thank God for Jesus and be encouraged. 5-star said, be great, whatever you do. I got 11 people in this room tonight. Nobody else has anything encouraging to say. Come on now, come with it. I know y'all got a word. I know y'all got a word. I know y'all got a word. Tell me something good, baby. Tell me something good. You hear negativity all day long. Sometimes y'all be on this app going into them negative rooms. We're going to be positive right now, baby. Positive mindset requires your attention for positivity to be received. You know what I mean? Joy Witherspoon says, be encouraged and know you are not alone. God is always with you. I love that. Yes, ma'am. Nyla says, keep going and don't give up. That's right, Nyla. That's right. I love it. I love it. Listen, I know I got 10 people still in here. Where your words at? Come on. I'm going to encourage you right now. I'm going to encourage you right now. I don't care if you say that everybody's going to make it this year. I just want to know that you have something positive going on in you, because it's enough negativity to go around for all of us, baby. Okay? Anybody got anything else to say? I'm waiting. Stop trying to erase it. Stop trying to erase it and write something else. The first thing you was going to go with was good enough, baby. Stop always trying to erase stuff. Go with the first thing. Okay? You good enough. You ain't got to sound like the perfect person. You ain't got to be the perfect person, baby. Just be you. Be real. All right? So if nobody else has anything else to say, my name is Bria Young. I am a licensed clinical mental health therapist in the state of Florida. And this is my podcast, Make It Clear. Living intentionally, how bad do you want it? You're not designed to be perfect, baby. You're only designed to be real, to have real relationships and real connections. As my good friend would say, UPC, relationship has REAL in it, because that's what it means. You just want to be real, baby. And don't just say it, but be it. All right? You say you don't need motivation every day, just the courage to start again and again and never give up. I love that. I love that. It's some positivity and love in here, and I love that for us every single time. Elegant, how are you doing? Do you want to say something positive, baby? You've been sitting here a little bit. You want to say something positive for everybody?
I was about to say,
Trust
don't
it. You want
forget
to say
Cat.
something? You say what?
Cat say I'm worth the process.
You say you worth the process?
That's
Yes.
what Cat said.
Oh, Kat said that. Okay, I didn't see it. Thank you. So Kat said you are worth the process. You are worth your process. You understand me? And trust the process. It's going to be days where it don't feel good. It's going to be days where you get aggravated and agitated with yourself. And that's when you got to look at yourself and say, oh, well, it's the humanism of it all. So I guess that means that I got to show myself a little bit more love, patience, and kindness and understanding, and not to put myself down. You quit talking negative to yourself, because that becomes your reality. Negativity begets negativity. Positivity begets positivity. Understand me with what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to tell y'all, okay? But I appreciate y'all so much. I am going to drop y'all one at a time. And I look forward to seeing y'all next Sunday at 5 p.m. Those of you that followed, I appreciate you. Those of you that commented, those of you that gave gifts, I appreciate you. I'm going to drop y'all as I'm talking. Those of you that just came in the room and passed through, I appreciate you so much, because you didn't have to do that. Your time could have been spent elsewhere. You could have been doing something else, but no, you chose to come right on in here with your black therapist, Bree. And I want to let you know I appreciate you, baby. So y'all go live y'all best life and don't do anything less than giving yourself your best, okay? And again, we about to go in KB live at not 5, it's past 5, y'all. Don't do me. We about to go into KB's live at 7:30. Y'all make sure y'all grab each other and make the right connection. The name of the game is healthy. We want healthy connections, healthy relationships, okay? Let me just make sure I say what Joy said. Joy said we are all made different for a reason. No one can do what you were purposed to do, and that's so important. Do not leave this world and take your last breath having left with the ideas and the potentials that you have. Tap into those things, become those things, live those things unapologetically, because that was meant for you. All right. Much love to y'all. And I'll see y'all next week on Sunday at 5 p.m. Okay?